Welcome back, movie enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the oceanic disaster that is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the supposed grand finale of Warner Bros.' beleaguered DC extended universe. Directed by James Wan, this sequel to the 2018 underwater spectacle promises a thrilling ride, but as we plunge into the depths, we discover a film that's more like a shipwreck than a triumph. Let's start with the big picture. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom marks the end of the DC extended universe, a series that struggled to find its footing. With the universe being rebooted by James Gunn and Peter Safran, this film feels like the last gasp of a cinematic experiment that never quite found its rhythm. There's a lack of serialized storytelling, leaving audiences with no compelling reason to invest in this aquatic sequel. The performances in this film are as wooden as the ships navigating Atlantis. Talented actors, including Jason Momoa and Amber Heard, find themselves drowning in a sea of green screens and fanciful creatures. The attempts to simulate underwater interactions lead to performances that lack depth and authenticity. Momoa's occasional moments of charisma can't save the film from its overall lackluster ensemble. The plot of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is a whirlwind of nonsense set years after the first film. We find Aquaman on the throne of Atlantis, juggling royal duties and battling pirates. The introduction of political factions and government councils akin to Star Wars is promptly abandoned, leaving us with a brewing showdown against the returning foe, Black Manta. The quest for Atlantean technology, possessed tridents, and the looming threat of Necros unfolds into a convoluted mess. Visually, this film is a chaotic spectacle. Every frame is decorated with CGI details that are not only excessive but progressively uglier. The underwater world, inspired by The Little Mermaid and Avatar, collides with borrowed elements from Star Wars and The Lord of the Rings, resulting in an over-designed and garish underwater extravaganza. The gargantuan cities, day-glow flora and fauna, and, sea creature-esque crafts are more off-putting than awe-inspiring. The narrative takes inspiration from the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe entry, Thor: The Dark World, as Aquaman reluctantly teams up with his brother, Orm. The film's attempts to address eco-threats and climate change come across as absurd, and crucial information is lost in clunky dialogue. Set pieces are hurried to the point of incomprehensibility, and the film's failure to stage a clear skirmish is nearly fatal. Rupert Gregson-Williams' bellicose score and Don Burgess' smeary 3D visuals contribute to the film's gaudy and gross aesthetic. The overbearing visuals overwhelm the performances, leaving even moments of authenticity like Momoa casually opening a can of Guinness drowned in a sea of artificiality. The lack of personality throughout, coupled with embarrassing moments, such as Nicole Kidman's digital avatar, further highlight the film's creative bankruptcy. Despite tackling themes like climate change, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom lack substance. The film's creative bankruptcy is epitomized by a final declaration that dimly rips off Iron Man, showcasing a dearth of imagination. Actually, director James Wan resorts to horror cinema tropes, but they fall flat amid the unattractive imagery and the squandering of Momoa's charisma in a vehicle that's leagues beneath its potential. In conclusion, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom sinks deeper than Atlantis itself. The film bids farewell to the DC extended universe with a whimper rather than a bang, leaving audiences with a lackluster and visually overwhelming swan song. What are your thoughts on Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom? Did it leave you swimming with excitement or drowning in disappointment? Let's discuss in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe Incynema, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of cinema. Until next time, happy watching.